So now remember I said in my second video I'll be showing you how to use this hat, this particular crown, to make a hat. Now this is the wire that I'm going to be using, and this I'm also going to be using this too. I'm also going to be using this. Also, I'm going to be using this to show you a complete hat. Now, it does not necessarily mean that you must use what I'm using for your designs. You can as well decide to use any kind of beautiful flower that you wish to use. But for today's class, I'm going to be using this for our designs. Now, I'm going to be using this net to hold down my wire as usual. I've already showed you guys in my first video where I made hats, fascinator, how I am able to get this thing together. So I don't need to begin to waste time to show you how to get this. So you can see I have this now. So the next thing I'm going to work on is to add this. But before I do this, I'll first of all sew it across. Connect my needle from front to the back. Okay, so now you start. You begin to apply your gum at the tip of the crown. You know, just like I did in that of the fascinator. Okay, so you continue. My glue gum is finishing, but I'll just have to manage it until I'm through. So you now go ahead and position it. Remember, I did this in the other fascinator to show you how this was positioned, and then I will hold it until it is firmer. Or another way you can do this, you get your clip. This clip they normally use to hold clothes when you spread your clothes, and clip them out. But I don't have anyone here, so I can as well just use my needle and go around. Just use your needle, go around all this. You will still remove the trail, but it's just to make sure you are holding it firm. So that there will be no shifting. By the time you are through, you can then lose it. After this, you use your razor. You can see what I'm doing already. And you start cutting it. So you see the excess I have here. I will just apply gum under and then lap it. Then after, I'm going to be using a trimming to cover it up as part of my finishing. So you see what I have here. So now I'm continuing it. Remember, the more you continue tying this one, the more curvy it becomes. This time around, I had to take from both under and up to tie together. So remember what I said, the more you go ahead and tie it, the more beautiful it turns. Okay, so I will just knot it. I'm going to cut off the excess. Cut off the excess and you have this. You can decide to hold it like this and walk. Now you come to where you have the joints and decide to do your work there. Position it there and walk. So now the next thing I'm going to do is to stitch it together on top of the hearts. You can see what I'm doing. So you see that? I want to now start stitching. Pull your thread very well. And then you come out again. And then you take the second part of it. And there you go. See that? You continue. Bring out your needle. And you put it to the other side of it too. And bring it down. Okay? See that? I go again for the final time. And then I go again. Okay. Now at this point I can stop. I can stop at this point and go ahead and do the rest of the design. That is, add my flowers and I'm good to go. So this is what I have. You can see. Isn't this beautiful? Good. So I'll continue. Now you take the second one, position this way. See what I have? And then you stitch it again. So now for the flower, it's very easy to separate it. You just remove it. Remove it. Okay, then you can just separate both the beads that is used for the design. And you have something like this. So now I want to start attaching it to as the design. Now this is what I have. This is what I have. I will now take my gum and apply a little on top. And I'll come here to position it. I'll take another one. Remember, one is peach and one is orange. Come again, I position. Take another orange. And now apply. And I position. Now after this, you can see you can still use your needle to position it. It must not be gum. This is the back side of the heart. And then, okay, see what I have there. Now take another one, do the same thing, and then pass my needle through. All I need to do first is to bring out my needle, and then I put the flower, and then pass the needle through it, and then go back again to make sure it's strong. All right, and I have it here. You can see. Then after that, I can now take my so now you take a feather. This is what I did. Put inside the mouth of the gum, and then make sure there's gum. Position it anywhere you think is better, and it stays because feather doesn't really have weight. So anyhow you want it, it will stay that way. Okay? Have you seen that? Is this not beautiful? And your heart is ready. So now you can actually use this big sequence to design your heart. When you add a little gum, you position it. You add a little gum, you position it. I'm going to do this behind the camera because the gum I'm using is finished already. Okay, I believe you enjoyed this class. Please give me a thumb up, and at the same time, just share, if possible, share the video and subscribe if you have not. Thank you. God bless you. Bye.